Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to So You Think You're Iconic, the movie podcast where we watch good and terrible movies.
Terrible movies.
Terrible movies.
And we
Um,
mean it.
how was your week, Kelly? I saw that you guys went to the beach
Heck yeah. My weekend was actually pretty lit. We went to the beach.
in Southern
Um,
California. Why they had to go all the way to Southern California, who knows? But they went all the way to Southern California to go to the beach.
I mean, gotta do it sometimes. I mean, it's a little excessive. It was a little excessive. I will say that.
Extremely excessive.
But it was really nice. The weather was nice. And then
Water was
yesterday,
still cold, so
yeah, it was pretty cold, but it was okay. It's not like I wanted to be in the water anyway. But it was nice. And then we did like this, I don't want to call it a hike because it's not like we did like elevation changes or anything, but I don't want to call it a walk
so
either
you
because it was long.
just went on a long walk. Okay.
Yes, essentially, yes. It was really nice. Got a lot of
Well,
miles down.
good for you. At least you got to do something.
Yeah,
I
what did you
was
do?
I stayed home. I made it to season 6 of the
Oh,
Vampire
you
Diaries,
did.
and I will be stopping now. Season 5 was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I hated it. How did
Mm-hmm.
I go through it the first time?
I have no idea because at the same time, there's probably a bunch of other better things you could have been watching.
Whew. So I'm gonna tell you something. Don't freak out.
Okay.
I watched that Winx show.
Oh, you watched Winx?
It was not bad.
Oh, I know.
If you took it as like its own thing,
Its own thing.
it
It's
was
not
not
bad.
bad. I
I
was
watched I've watched a few episodes with my mom. And
I was
it's
shook.
good.
I was like, wow, okay. I was like, I will pretend like I don't really remember the Winks anyway. I don't remember their names. I just remember that there was the redhead girl and she was in love with the blonde guy with the swords. I don't remember
Hmm.
anything else other than that.
I just remember what they look like.
Yeah,
That's about it.
I barely remember that. And so I was like, okay, like I don't really have any expectations. Let's just go
Right.
and do this. Highly expecting it to be terrible.
Yeah.
And it was not bad.
I was like legit expecting like another like Riverdale like situation. Fully
It
expecting.
was Riverdale if Riverdale had a good plot.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
I feel like season 1 of Riverdale had a good plot, and then after
Yeah,
that
it
they
did.
were like, where do we go from here?
They wasted all their ideas in season one. So
Mhm.
then season two is okay. And then after that, they're just like, I have nothing else to put into this show.
Is season 2 okay? Because I got like 10 minutes into the first episode of season 2 and I gave up. So is it?
Like the first three episodes. Three.
I couldn't make it that far.
After that, I just got bored and I didn't know what was going on. And I was just like, mm.
And so, yes, I binged it all in one night on Saturday. It was great. It was fun. Wish it was a little bit longer.
Mm. Yeah.
6 episodes was kind of short. They could have went up to 8.
I think they were really testing the waters.
Yeah, it looked kind of expensive. Maybe they were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, let's be careful
We're
in
like,
case this
let's
doesn't
see if we
catch
can act.
on."
Yeah, right, right. Let's see if we can actually make money off of this.
But it's okay. There's a season 2 coming. Not coming soon enough, but
Mm-mm.
I'll live.
Yeah, we'll live.
There's always something else to watch. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
WandaVision is keeping me sane right now. Well,
Yes. It's driving you
it's
insane.
simultaneously driving me insane and keeping me sane.
This last episode was good.
Oh, I was shook. I watched it twice. I was like, "Oh, what just happened?"
It's good
Yeah.
though.
But I do need Disney to give me longer than 20-minute episodes. I'm
Yeah,
what's happening
it's
there?
too small.
It's way too like right when stuff starts getting good, all of a sudden the episode is
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
happening? There's like 5 minutes at the beginning of like recap, and then there's like 10 minutes of credits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this is a 30-minute episode. It's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not a 30-minute episode.
Like, I appreciate you giving us like 45 minutes for every Mandalorian episode, but could you give us 45 minutes
Yeah, I do
for
45
WandaVision
minutes
too?
of this. Did you spend like
Much
300?
appreciated.
Did you spend like $300 million on this show? Yes, you did. But
Right,
you could
right,
have spent a couple more million to make the episodes an hour
right,
long.
right, right. That's my only complaint.
Yeah, my only complaint, because
My only
otherwise
complaint.
this show is fantastic. Chef's kiss.
Yes.
Then
Finally,
when
we get some attention on the strongest Avenger, Wanda.
yes, yes. Anytime they made like references to like Thor being the strongest Avenger, I was
Nah,
like, sure.
sure.
I was
Like,
like,
bruh,
I was like, Wanda legit almost killed Thanos, but
twice,
but
twice.
okay.
Like, she literally brought him down by herself in Wakanda, and then she
Mm.
did it again in Endgame
Yeah,
when
she
they were on that.
if he hadn't cheated, she would have killed him.
Yeah, honestly, you could see the fear in his eyes in
Yes.
Endgame before he like, called reinforcements. Like, what a bitch!
And
He should have just died.
I think they've been hinting that Captain Marvel is supposed to be the strongest, but like she hasn't been showing me anything lately.
Right. We get one movie and then she's just like, yeah, I help a bunch of other planets too. I'm like, yeah, sis, but we don't see it.
Right? Like she's like, I'm so strong. And it's like, okay, but like when you were fighting Thanos, you were getting tossed around like a rag doll.
Right.
Wanda was beating the hell out of Thanos. She was
Right.
ripping off his armor. He
Right.
didn't know what to do. He was like, destroy everything.
Right. He was scared.
He was scared. He wasn't scared of you.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let me get off because I can talk about this forever. Oh, another thing that happened this week.
Oh, okay.
So I was driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that Alicia Keys song, I literally don't know the name of it. I should have remembered the name while I was listening to it. The one where it's like live and she's singing
Mm-hmm.
with her background singer. It's like Your Secrets or something like that.
Oh, Diary?
Diary. There we go.
I love
Um,
that song.
Great song. Why did she let her background singer eat her up like that?
Oh, yeah.
That was I was sitting there and I was just like, I've heard the song multiple times, but for some reason I was just sitting there. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, you put this out?
Right. You let him do that?
You let him do that? You want to know a good example of someone who never lets anybody outstage them?
Ooh.
Mariah Carey.
Oh,
She has a
100%.
song that's exactly like this. Her cover of I'll Be There with
Yep.
whoever that man is that was her background singer. They were equally matched.
Yes.
She was like, no, you're not going to outsing me.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. That's how it's supposed to be if you're
Mm-hmm.
singing with your background singer.
Yep.
You don't let them outsing you.
No, you don't.
That's embarrassing.
You either match them or you do better than them.
Yes. Do you know how mad I would be if I went to a concert and the background singer was singing better than the main vocalist?
Do you know how mad I'd be if I was the main vocalist and my backup singer was out singing me?
The way I would demand a refund, I would literally walk out and be like, no, I didn't pay to see this person out sing the person I paid to sing. No,
Right,
give me my money back.
right. Like, whose concert is this?
Right? Whose
Where am
concert is
I?
this? Ugh, I was upset for her. And she was just singing slightly off key. And I was like, oh girl.
Oh no.
The way that song would have never seen the light of day.
Burned all recordings, deleted everything.
Everything. I would
No,
have
the
been
world cannot know.
I would have been in the studio, and the second they played me that song, and I'm like, cool, 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 cool. Delete,
Right.
delete.
Right. It's like,
I
or
don't.
wait, can you go back to that one part where he's singing? Yeah, can you just make it lower?
Yeah, make it
Just
lower.
lower.
Lower it.
Oh, you can't hear him anymore? Perfect.
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 There's other background singers that are
Right,
harmonizing.
right,
That's fine. That's
right,
good
right.
enough.
That's good enough. Nobody needs to hear that.
Embarrassing. Wow. This is why no one respects you anymore, Alicia Keys. That and the fact that you stole someone's man, but like that's a story for another day.
That's a different story.
A different story for another though. That's why God has slowly been ripping away your vocals. Okay, so let's talk about is it the Vampire Academy
It's
or
called
Vampire?
Vampire Academy. Because I looked up the Vampire Academy and it just came back Vampire Academy.
Ugh, okay.
Pretentious already.
And so our story begins with MIA's Bad Girls playing on the radio which great song.
Great.
While the Dragomir family is riding in their car along with the two parents, their daughter Alyssa, her friend slash guardian Rose, and their son Andre. And so while driving, a car on the opposite side of the road collides head on with them, killing everyone in the car except for Alyssa and Rose.
That was such a fake accident.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It was
I
so
was I
bad.
was thinking like maybe someone like murdered them because like
Hmm.
the way the car intentionally went towards them, I was like,
It was really bad. Like you could literally see the car on the other side going straight and then
and then it just
immediately
yeah.
immediately turns and is in the other lane.
I was like, wow, there's gonna be a story about how someone like killed her family. No, spoiler
Nope.
alert, it was actually an
An
accident.
accident. Right, like
What?
because how people like reacted to it, it would seem like somebody assassinated them.
It seemed like an
But
assassination,
no,
yes. It
it
was a
really was just
drunk
a drunk
driver.
driver.
I've never seen someone that drunk that they went towards lights while
Yeah,
driving, but
yeah.
whatever.
I
I
mean, if
don't
it was like a
know.
slow progression, then I could like understand it. But if you watch this movie,
Yeah, it
it's
was
it's literally just this car is going straight and then like immediately like turn
yeah.
right into the car.
It was like
It's so abrupt.
as soon as they saw there was another car, they were like, "Oh, go straight towards it."
I gotta go say hi.
Ooh, let them kiss. So he was like,
Mwah.
and so we cut to Rose being awakened because Lissa's having a nightmare of the car crash, and Rose is like telepathically connected to Lissa.
We were given so much information in this like 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's so much information thrown at you over like dialogue.
Hmm.
Like nothing is ever shown to you really. Everything is just
It's
like,
everything is dialogue.
yeah, okay. It's not even the weirdest part. Uh,
Mm-mm.
so, uh, and so Lissa like wakes up and then Rose is like, "You're hungry, aren't you?" And Lissa's like, "No, no, I'm not hungry." And she's like, "Bitch, stop lying." And so
Yeah.
she walks into the kitchen, gets a bottle of water, and it's like, "Okay, drink some of my blood."
I thought they were both vampires. Like when I
Technically, they are. Technically, like
technically.
I'm gonna get into like what they are, like
Hmm.
literally within like the next like 4 minutes. But
Hmm.
like yeah. And so when Rose is having her blood sucked, she looks like she's having an orgasm.
She really does. She really does. She
Like
looks
she,
super into
like
it.
she did like the whole like hair back, neck
Hmm.
all the way back, like
Hmm. Mouth
sex
open just a little
mouth
bit.
open. Yeah, I was like, okay.
She was feeling it.
She was feeling it. And so after this, they see that someone is watching them through the window. And so they sneak out of the house, and Rose sets a motorcycle on fire to distract what she says are guardians who are there to take them back to the academy.
Hmm.
And then we finally learn they've been running away for like a year.
Yeah, and they're in Oregon right now, by the way.
Yeah, they're in Oregon. And then so they get to their car, and a man who identifies himself as Dimitri is there, and he's like, "I'm here to take Alyssa," and then he's like, "She's a princess, and she needs to go back to the academy." And so we're like 5 minutes into this movie, and we learn that Alyssa's a
The
princess.
princess. Also, all of these fight scenes in the whole movie suck.
Oh yeah, they're
They
so
suck so
bad. They
bad.
look so staged.
They're so like honestly, like every punch, every hit that is like hitting the like bad guy or whatever, it literally looks like they're just like barely touching one another or like they're not even hitting one another. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like they make all like the grunting noises and stuff, but it just does not feel real.
Yeah, and then so Rose is like, "You're gonna have to get through me to get to her." And so she runs towards him, and he literally knocks her out by
Right.
touching her chin.
Right. He immediately just lays her out.
He just puts his arm out, hits her chin, and she goes flying like 10 feet,
Hmm.
and it knocks her unconscious for some reason.
I arms of steel, I guess.
Okay, and then now we get like 5 minutes of exposition.
Oh my gosh.
We get 5 minutes of exposition. So, in like voiceover, we learn that Lissa is a part of an ancient race called the Moroi, and they're like essentially like you and I are, except they drink blood,
Yeah.
and they have magic.
Hmm. And they're light sensitive.
Yeah, they're light sensitive, like albino people.
Yeah, like they can be out in the sun as long as they have like sunglasses and an umbrella,
Yeah,
but they're not killed by sunlight.
yeah, that's and she also made a point to say like they don't sparkle either.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that. Like every vampire movie that came
As
out
a
after Twilight.
has a Twilight reference.
Yeah, and they're just like hating on it.
The Vampire Diaries had a Twilight reference, and I was
Yes.
like, please shut up.
I feel like everyone thinks they're original by like shitting on Twilight if it's a
Yeah,
vampire movie and it's like we've heard it before. We
yeah,
know it sucks.
yes. We did a whole week of it. Shut up.
Mhm.
And then so we're also told that Rose is a Dampier. Is that how you pronounced it?
Yeah,
They only
Dampier.
said it like 3 times during the entire movie, but they said Moroi like 50
Oh
million
my gosh, yeah.
times.
Yeah.
And so
Classist.
they really are classist, because let me tell you, the Dampier, their only purpose in life is to protect the Moroi.
Yeah, literally that's it.
They're slaves.
Hmm.
They're legit slaves.
Yeah. Literally if you're I don't know, like I don't know how you find out you're a Dampier.
I think because you're like, your parent had a baby with a Moroi, because they said they were half Moroi.
Okay. But like immediately you're just in service to any and all
Yeah, like the
Moroi.
second you're born, you're like, oh, they're like, cool, 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 cool. So like, I'm gonna raise you until like you can walk, and then I'm gonna send you to this academy where they're gonna train you to fight,
Yeah.
and you're just going to give your life for the Moroi.
Hmm. One day. Isn't that exciting, honey?
It's so exciting.
You're literally just a weapon, and that's it.
And then since the Dampier are half Moroi, they can survive on human food,
Hmm.
and like the sun doesn't affect them.
Yeah. They're basically humans.
Yeah, they're basically humans. And then so Rose wakes up in a car and is told that her and Lissa are being taken back to the academy. And then Rose notices that Dimitri has 6 tattoos on the back of his neck and is impressed because they indicate that he has killed 6 Strigoi. Strigoi are the more stereotypical versions of vampires. Like, they can't be in the sun like at all.
Hmm.
They drink human blood until like death, and also Moroi blood. Very
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah. Also, they like look like the typical vampires too. They have like the red eyes, they have like the
Yeah,
claws. Because like the Moroi, they literally just look like human
humans.
beings until they go to drink someone's blood. Then their fangs appear,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Also, I was very confused because they state that the only thing that can kill a Strigoi is a
Silver stake.
silver stake to the heart, but they also say that the Strigoi can't be in sunlight. So, what is the truth?
I don't know, dude.
Can
Because they
sunlight kill
literally
them
bring
or
they
not?
because they bring that back at the end of the movie when she flashes one of them with the UV thing.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that have taken her out?
I have no
Like I
idea.
understand that it's artificial, but like
Yeah, it makes no sense.
anyway.
And the Strigoi are like stronger than the
Yeah, they're a lot
Moroi and the
stronger.
Dampier. Why? Who knows?
Who knows?
It's never explained to us.
Mm-mm.
Nothing of importance is ever really explained to us.
It really isn't. They just expect their audience to know.
Yeah, they're like, didn't you read the books?
Right.
It's like no, I usually watch the movies, and then if I like the movies, then I read the books.
I didn't, and
I
I
don't.
didn't have a vampire phase, so I did not read any vampire
Yeah,
books.
have not read a single vampire book in my life.
Mm-mm,
Don't plan on it either.
me neither.
And so when they arrive to the gates of the academy, the car is attacked by Strigoi, who are run off by the Guardians, and then Rose, who was told to stay in the car,
Gets out of the car.
breaks out of her handcuffs and gets out of the car with absolutely no weapon,
Yeah. No silver stake.
no silver
No,
stake, no
no knife in general.
no UV flashlight, no nothing.
Mm-mm.
And so she gets out, and she's about to be attacked by Strigoi, but is narrowly saved by by Dimitri and some other Guardians.
Terrible. I think at
Rose
this point I was just like Buffy could kick her ass.
Buffy could have done that. Buffy could have killed every single Strigoi.
Right. Right. And then she could have kicked Rose's ass because
I want to watch the final like 2 episodes of Buffy. Maybe I
oh
should do that. Maybe that's what I'll
yeah.
do. I'll watch the
Yeah.
final. Uh, Finally, an ending I liked.
Yes.
And then Rose also had never seen one in person before and thought she could get out and like fight
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. She spent I don't know how much time at the academy, but like shouldn't she have learned that she cannot go up against a Strigoi without a silver stake? Like, girl, you know nothing.
Ugh, disappointment.
Very disappointing.
And so finally, they get inside the gates of St. Vladimir's Academy, and it's a school for the Dampier and the Moroi, where the Dampier learn combat and the Moroi learn magic of water, fire, earth, and air. They are avatars.
Avatars. But they do claim it just like they do specialize in one.
Yeah,
So
it's like
like
the one will be a Fire Nation, one
yeah,
will be.
it's literally just Avatar.
It's literally Avatar with vampires,
Yeah.
and so uh, we never learned why the Dampier can't perform magic.
Yeah. Also, we learned that because the Moroi are light sensitive, that they have to have classes at night. But that also means that the Dampier have the classes at night.
Mm-hmm.
So the Dampier are basically awake all day.
Yeah, all day.
All day.
Because they're up during the day and then they're also up training at night. When do they
Yeah.
sleep?
Yeah, honestly, I was literally thinking about that because like Rose is there with Alyssa in class, and then she goes and does her own thing, and then during the day she watches over her like, honey,
Yeah.
when are you sleeping?
Also, the what are they called? The Moroi only being up at night isn't even true. Throughout the movie,
Yeah, they're awake during the day,
they're awake during the day
and some of them are actually out
in
in the sunlight
with no umbrellas,
with no protection.
no sunglasses. They just like forgot.
Yeah, it's literally the sparkle effect in Twilight.
In Twilight. Yep.
It's literally that.
And
They just forget halfway through.
Yeah, they're like, no one really cared about that anyway. And so Rose and Lissa, wow, get sent to the headmistress, and she like wants to like severely punish both of them because Lissa is royalty and she's the last of her lineage.
Yeah.
And then a family friend comes in named Victor, and he like speaks on their behalf. He's like, they're kids, like, calm down.
Yeah.
And then before receiving their punishments, Rose asks where one of the teachers, Miss Carp, is because she can shine light on why they ran away, but is told that she no longer works there.
Also, the actress who plays Carp.
It's not who you expect.
It's not who you expect. Also, we are surprised she got another job after this.
Yeah. Wow. I'm surprised anyone is working anymore.
I mean,
of this movie.
I think only one of them actually got like a really big thing, other than what's her name?
Yeah, that guy. He was on the
Yeah,
Shadow Hunters.
Shadowhunters.
And I think that's
It
it.
was Jace. Yeah, that's it. I don't.
Just him, and then
Oh,
what's her
what's her
name?
name?
Zoe Deutsch. Is that how you
Yeah,
pronounce
yeah,
it?
yeah, 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 yeah.
And that's only because like she's from like an acting family.
Yeah, but also, what's her name for what is it? Modern Family? Natalie?
I think she was on Modern Family when she was in this movie,
Oh, was she?
so that
Okay,
doesn't really count.
that doesn't really count.
But she's never been in a good movie. And so, yeah, Mrs. Carp is gone, and no one tells them why.
Yeah,
Then the headmistress accuses Rose of being a blood whore, which
that's the technical term.
problematic.
That's the technical term that they use. It's never
Problem.
anything better. Very
And then
problematic.
I will rant about that later,
Okay.
but it's very problematic. Especially to hear from the headmistress of your school,
Mm-hmm.
because she's called a blood whore because she knows that they don't have any money and they don't have social security numbers. So she's like, where did you get money from to live for an entire year? She
Mm-hmm.
was like, you must have been having rich Moroi men drink your blood. And I was like, okay, what about it?
Yeah.
Like,
Also, they never give us why the term is blood whore.
yeah, especially because of what we learned later, which I
Yeah.
will rant about when we
Yes.
get there.
Yes.
Um, and then so Dimitri steps in and he's like, look, they have the bond.
Whatever the bond
Yeah, which
is.
is what I can say is an extremely rare connection that we learn nothing about.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just like, yeah, they have a bond. And everyone's like, oh, the bond.
The
And we're like,
bond. What's
what's
the
the
bond?
bond?
From what I can see, I guess that's what their telepathic connection is. That's what they call
Yeah.
the bond.
Yeah. And like
That's
Rose can see what Alyssa's doing sometimes.
yeah, and that's because I have comprehension skills. If someone didn't have comprehension skills, they'd be completely lost.
They really would.
And then so uh Lissa compels the headmistress to let Rose stay. Yes, compels,
Yes.
like in the
Compels.
Vampire Diaries.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
exactly like
Also,
that.
how is Alyssa that strong to compel the headmistress?
Who knows?
It's never
We
explained.
never learn.
Also, like the
Because when they start talking about her special abilities, they never bring that up.
yeah, they never talk about it. Also, the fact that like the way they filmed the moment when like Alyssa starts to compel the headmistress.
I think they
It's
do it
like
anytime she compels anyone.
it's like that weird zoom in, and I'm
Yeah,
like, why is that necessary?
it's not.
It's not. It really isn't. Just
There
do what
were
the Vampire Diaries did.
there were some really bad filmmaking uh
Decisions.
decisions, and then we're just gonna gloss over right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
because we're not even halfway through this
Yeah.
movie yet.
We're like 15
Oh,
minutes in.
yeah, and then so uh it works on the headmistress, and she's like, okay, but Rose can't participate in anything other than schoolwork and training, which isn't true. Which is,
Yeah, which is not true. Also, what else would she be doing?
yeah, like she's literally your slave. Like she's gonna
Yeah.
have to do that anyway.
Yeah, she can't do anything.
And then so before they leave, Rose is given a telegram from her mother.
And that's
Do we
never
get
talked about again.
no? It's talked about one
One
time,
time.
and only because I was writing notes did I even realize she talked about it, because like she talked about it so quickly.
Mhm.
But yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
And then so there's a scene where Rose and Lissa are working to see what magic Lissa will declare. And and then Mrs. Cart comes over and she's like, "Well, I never declared a magic, and look how great my life is." And then a crow flies into a bust, and Lissa brings it back to life while Mrs. Carp watches through a window. This is
Very creepily
it's a
watches through a
yeah,
window.
it's a flashback scene.
It is a flashback scene, yes. There's a lot of flashbacks.
Yeah, that like take place at like weird times.
Yeah.
It's yeah. And then so we cut to Rose's training. And a bunch of guys, including her friend Mason, are making fun of her while sparring with her. And then she starts to spar with Mason. And then she gets connected to Alyssa's mind. And she sees her both fighting / flirting with a boy named Christian, whose parents transformed themselves into Strigoi.
Ooh, he's basically the bad boy.
Yeah, we learn that a Moroi can transform themselves into a Strigoi if they drink blood until someone dies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's literally just vampires feeding on one another, and then
And
if
then
one of them dies, then they're
they turn
Strigoi.
into a uber vampire.
Mm-hmm.
There's like levels.
Yeah, there's levels of vampireness.
Yeah. So Rose then goes to one-on-one training with Dimitri and ends up sore because she hasn't worked out in a year.
I feel that.
Same. And then Rose and Alyssa then go to the cafeteria. Oh, here we
Not
go.
cafeteria.
And we learn that they have humans who volunteer to be fed on. And they treat these humans very kindly, which makes me upset because they literally keep calling Rose a blood whore.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep these random people who come by to have their blood sucked on all day as like kings and queens.
Yeah. They literally are compensated. They're treated very well. Why the difference in treatment?
Yeah,
I don't
what's the
know.
difference?
Is it because she's a Dampier? Classism right there.
Yeah, that's weird. I was like, why are you guys treating her so badly?
Right. There's literally no reason for it.
There's literally no reason.
Yeah.
I was very shook. I was like, you're going over to this woman being so nice to her before you suck on her blood, but then if anyone found out that Rose had her blood taken, all of a sudden she's a whore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe the books explain it better. Who knows? And then so while Alyssa is feeding, Rose asks Victor about Mrs. Cart, and he's like, I don't know anything. But he's like, but can you watch after my daughter Natalie?
Also, this man is very old.
Very old.
And he has a 16-year-old daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yike.
Maybe they age differently. Who knows?
Maybe they do.
Maybe 16 is actually like 1600 years old and they just age differently.
But then wouldn't they outlive their Dampier because Dampiers are humans?
Yeah, maybe that's why they keep having sex with humans. So they can just keep pumping out new Dampier.
Damn.
And then so Natalie is a really nerdy girl, but she knows all the gossip of the school.
Yeah.
How a nerd knows all the gossip. We'll never know.
Never know. And basically she's a nerd only because she wears glasses.
Yeah, because she wears glasses and she's
That's
shy.
literally it. Really.
And so the three go to chapel. Yes, they have chapel.
Yeah. They go to church. And I'm all like,
they're also Roman Catholic for some reason.
They're Catholic. And I'm just sitting here like, y'all are vampires.
Yeah.
Y'all believe in this stuff?
Yeah, weird. And then so while at chapel, Rose gets asked out by the school bad boy, Jesse. During the service, someone like explodes a wall and leaves a message on the wall. There we go. That says "Leave or die" in blood.
And Rose over her like parents' memorial.
Yeah.
Her family's memorial thing.
Which is fucked up. And Rose immediately suspects the school's new mean girl, Mia. And then so this makes her so upset that she agrees to hook up with Jesse. And then so at sun up, Rose meets Jesse in a study. What
I
was
don't
that?
know. Because it was weird. She like climbed down a ladder to get there.
Yeah, it was weird.
I don't know.
Either way, she meets him in there. He's indoors, but he's still wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. There's no windows in there either.
Mm-mm. And then so they start making out. And then he tries to bite her. And she's like, "What? What are you doing?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And for some reason, that makes you less than for some reason being
Mm-hmm.
bit. And then so he tries to do it multiple more times. And then finally, the head mistress and Dimitri come in and like break them apart.
Yeah. How
Rose,
any of this was going on, I don't know.
yeah. And then, like, while she's getting lectured, she like suddenly links with Lissa and
Mm-hmm.
sees Lissa coming across a fox hung up in front of her door. And so she and Dimitri go to like help her. This inspires Rose to ask Dimitri to train her so that she'll be able to protect Lissa from the Strigoi.
Mm-hmm.
And so that night during class, Mia passes a note so that her teacher will read it out loud that says that Lissa probably hung the fox on purpose to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lissa tells the teacher that he's being used to embarrass her. And he's like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm smarter than that. And continues to
To
read the
read the
note.
note. Yeah. Like, sir?
And then he reads the note. And then now the whole school knows that Lissa fed off of Rose while they were out.
Yeah. And that Jesse and like one other guy
Yeah.
like had their way with Rose as
Which
well,
they didn't.
which they didn't.
Yeah, that random guy was like, yeah, me and Jesse also fed on the blood whore. And I was like, sir, who are you?
Yeah, right. Where did you come from?
I was like, Jesse got close. He got close. But
Yeah,
who
he
are
did.
you?
Right. Like where were you when this all went down?
Oh, I was like, we get it. You're a virgin. Like, sit down.
And you will never get a girl, okay?
And
We
also,
understand.
I was so mad at that teacher. I
Honestly,
was
same.
I was so mad at him. I was like, you really think you're smarter than these kids?
Right. Like, oh, you're pulling the I know what I'm doing. They're
Yeah, I
not
know what
using
I'm
me like,
doing.
sir.
I have a little secret for you, sir. Teachers are stupid.
Yeah.
It in my experience, it's pretty easy to trick a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
They literally all teachers think that they've seen everything and can't be tricked, but they can.
Right. Right.
They can.
Right.
You want to know what my new slogan is?
I know every trick. I know how you guys try to do stuff, and it's like, do you?
Do you? Because here's my new slogan: a teacher is only as smart as their dumbest student.
Mm. Mm. I feel that.
I'm going to tell you something. I cheated a lot. Not once did I get caught. You want to know why? Because I'm
Hmm.
smart.
Yep.
I have intelligence.
I didn't cheat a lot, but I did that whole thing where I'd be like really nice to my teachers, and then if I didn't turn something in on time, I'd literally just be like, "Hey, I wasn't feeling well," or they'd come up to me and be like, "You never usually act like this. Would you like a couple more days to like fix this?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I would," and then I'd go and like procrastinate maybe one more day and then fix it.
Yeah, I cheated a lot. I don't think I did a single Spanish assignment on my own. Like, I don't think I did a single Spanish assignment on my own. Um, yeah. In eighth grade, we had spelling tests for some reason. Don't know why.
Did we? Did we still do that?
Yeah, Mrs. What's her name? Oh, am I already forgetting my teacher's names? Oh no,
Oh no.
Mrs. Spalding. Yeah, she would have us do spelling tests. You remember that?
I remember
No,
the vocab.
not eighth grade. Nine vocab. That's what
Yeah, I
it
was about to
was.
say, I'm like, I remember vocab. I don't remember spelling tests.
Vocab. I'm
Because
so
I
sorry.
remember the books. I
Yeah.
remember the books, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Sometimes I just did not feel like studying, and I would cheat.
Um, I don't think I ever cheated, but I just remember that one time where one of our classmates did cheat, and he was so obvious about it that when I saw him, I was like, "Man, really?" And he got caught, and I was just like, "Dude, you cannot be like upset. You were cheating very badly."
Oh wait, no. In eighth grade, we did have like vocab or spelling words because I remember distinctly. No, it was spelling because I remember distinctly. Most people would put like their words in their desk because the
Oh, yeah, in
teacher,
the little cubby.
yeah, because the
Okay.
teacher would just sit in the front, like she wouldn't like move or anything, and so you would literally just keep it in the little cubby and then just like glance down. And some people would like literally put their entire heads down into the little cubby thingy, and I'm like, come on.
Right. Like, cheat better.
And then I was the most proud the day her daughter administered the test and she was actually like walking around, and then so we would just like put it underneath books, and then when she would
Yeah.
walk past put the book down,
Yeah.
and then when she would walk away put the book back up. That was great.
Yeah. Yeah. You literally like book page it with something and then have
Yeah.
like the cover down, and then immediately when she passes by, you just literally flip it up.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, back to the movie, but
Yeah.
that just proves my point. Teachers are not as smart as they think they are.
Yeah.
And so a new student named Ray, like we said, says that he and Jesse fed off of Rose. And then Christian sets him on fire.
And the fire like animation that they use, so bad.
Oh,
So bad.
we're gonna get to some bad CGI.
Hmm.
It's not till the end of the movie where we're gonna get to some bad
Yeah.
CGI. So after class, Mason gets upset at Rose because he believes that Ray and Jesse actually fed on Rose. And this is literally my favorite part of the entire movie. I literally cried from laughter. So Rose says, "I don't have time for your feelings right now." And Mason's like, "Okay, bet," and walked away.
Yeah.
I laughed
Yeah.
so hard. I was like, "That's me. I'm Mason."
Also the fact
I
that
mean, I'm
like
not simping over a girl who doesn't like me, but
no, but like she says that and he's like, I bet I'm gonna go. And he leaves. And then she like looks offended that he left. And I'm just like,
yeah,
girl,
you,
you literally told him you don't have time for him. And now
yeah,
you're upset that he's leaving.
they don't talk to each other again for like a couple of days.
Yeah, yeah, really though.
And then so Rose then goes to a secluded spot and connects with Lissa and sees her talking to Christian. And Lissa's yet again flirting with Christian. And then we hear horns playing because the vampire queen Tatiana has arrived.
She's a
Tat-
bitch.
she's a bitch. Tatiana calls Alyssa to the front of the auditorium and embarrasses her in front of everyone for running away
Honestly though.
and not
She
living up
literally
to her
just
standards.
she literally just says it's a pity that like your family's dead and you're the last of your line. But also you suck.
Yeah, you
And I'm
suck.
gonna read you for filth, like right now in front of everybody. And everyone's okay with it.
Yeah, and
No one,
I mean, what can they do? It's the queen. But
true. But like I think the only one that like
Lissa tries to explain herself. She's like, "Shut up."
yeah,
She's like,
yeah.
I'm talking."
She shuts you down so fast.
And so after the read of the century, Rose and Natalie go to Lissa's room to look for her. And they see another message written in blood that says, "If you stay, beware." And whoever wrote it spelled beware
Yeah.
incorrectly.
Yeah, they did.
And when Lissa comes home,
But you're bro, no, you missed the best part of that scene.
oh, yeah. Uh, Rose is like, "Go find out," to Natalie, "go find out who wrote it." And it has Natalie lick
Like
the wall.
and then she doesn't just lick it once, she licks it twice because she's like, I can't get a definite read. I have to lick it again. And then she
Yeah.
licks the wall again. And
He's
she's
like,
all like,
"Well, it's Maroi blood." I'm
right,
like, "How do you know that?"
right,
And she's like, "It's multiple people." And I'm like, "How do you know that?"
right. I don't. I don't know, but like the moment she told her to go find out, I was just like, okay, so Natalie's just gonna go like ask around or something. But no, Natalie goes up to the wall and just
Licks
full
it.
on licks it, and I just about died. I was like, no,
It was
oh,
gross.
it was bad.
I want to know what Sarah Hyland was actually licking.
Right,
Was it like
right.
jelly or like ketchup or something?
I don't know.
And then so Lissa comes home and like the spelling champ she is, the first thing she notices is that they've misspelled beware.
Yeah,
And I'm like, same girl, like that would
same.
have been me too. I would have been more confused that they misspelled the word
Right,
beware than the fact that they wrote in blood on my
right.
wall.
I would feel so less threatened because I'm just like, oh, they can't even spell, so they
I'm
can't
like,
even
oh,
kill me
they're an
then.
idiot.
Yeah, right,
Got it.
right.
And then so Rose is like, we should run away again. And Lissa's like, no, we're gonna stay and we're gonna fight. And she's like, I'm going to compel everyone but Mia,
Yeah,
which is ingenious.
it is. It's the best revenge plot.
Yeah. And then so while leaving, Rose comes across Christian who wants to like check up on Lissa. And she's like, Lissa doesn't actually like you. She's just been flirting with you. Like, leave.
Hmm.
And then she makes an analogy where she compares him to Hot Topic, and that was pretty funny.
It was.
And then yeah, maybe it was funny, or maybe I was like having a stroke because like this movie was like full of like terrible one-liners. Like 90% of the movie is like cheesy one-liners.
Yeah. No, but that one was good.
Yeah, and it was like some intern like walked into like their boss's office and was like, "I have a great idea for a movie. What if we make like vampires are still in, right? Yes.
Right.
So, what if we make a movie about vampires where every other line is a one-liner,
Hmm.
and then the other half of the lines are taken from Wattpad fan fictions? Like that would be amazing, right?" And their boss was like, "No, that's stupid. Go get me my coffee." But secretly, like they were writing down the entire
Right.
thing.
Right. Because they were, in fact, a Wattpad fan fiction writer.
Yeah,
As a person who has survived the Wattpad resurgence,
I didn't know what that
it's
was until like those after movies started coming out, and
oh
everyone
no.
started talking about Wattpad, and I was like, "What even is that?"
Yeah, I was at Wattpad before it was now famous, and I have now left.
So is it pretty much just like like Tumblr, like
No,
those Tumblr fan fictions?
no. Some of them are actually really bad, like even worse than what you've seen on Tumblr.
How are they worse than the Tumblr ones?
Because nothing on fan fiction websites, nothing is off limits. Nothing.
Really? Because I've seen some pretty terrible fan fictions on about Teen Wolf between Styles and what's his name? What's his
Oh
name?
yeah.
And
I know what you're talking about. No, but yeah,
Derek and
yeah.
Styles. I was horrified.
So any pairing of people is fair game. There are crossovers between worlds that you would not want to be crossed over.
Like what?
There have been like
Harry Potter and Wild Wild Websy. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
bruh. They will do like Avengers, Harry Potter crossovers where like
Oh, those are
people will
children.
intermingle, and I'm just like,
Those are
no, no,
children.
no, no, no. And then they'll put it under aged up characters just so they can write their stuff. It's crazy out there, bro.
Okay.
Don't go down the fanfic rabbit hole if you're not ready to see what
I
you'll
will
find.
not. And you know, I've said it once before, I've said it a million times. It's time for the world to die. I am so sorry. It's time to wrap it up.
We're done.
I mean,
Close up shop.
honestly, now that I think about it, I don't think the world has really changed that much. Just like,
No.
because like, have you read like Greek mythology? Like that shit is messed up.
It really is though.
Zeus is a full-on rapist.
Yes, he is. Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And this ain't your Percy Jackson type stories. No.
Oh no.
They're called Greek tragedies for a reason. Every one of them ends in tragedy.
Yeah.
They're not good stories.
No. But let's get back to the movie.
Yes.
And so, what seems like the next day, Dimitri starts to train Rose. And he asked her what the note from her mom says. And we learned that her mom sent a note that literally just said, I'm glad you're alive. What you did was inexcusable. That's all the note said.
Hmm. Also, is it at this moment where we find out who her mother is? Like what she
Do
does?
do we ever? Oh yes.
Okay.
Okay, I was about to say, do we ever know who her mother is?
No, yeah. That was probably for movie 3 that we will
Yeah.
never see.
And so, great note. We love emotionally available parents.
Yes, we do.
Hi, Dad. Yeah,
Also, she sent word via telegram,
yeah.
not even like a handwritten letter. It's a telegram.
I feel like a telegram is worse than if she had just texted her.
It really is. It really is. Because you literally have to like shorten your message down so that it could fit through the wire. Also, payment. So,
Yeah.
like the last note that she sends her, even worse.
The absolute worst. And then, so while walking the halls and talking to Natalie, Rose gets connected to Lissa again and sees
Yes.
her compelling people to like be okay with the fact that Rose is a quote unquote blood whore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she's trying to get like her previous status back of like being the
The popular
top
girl.
dog. Yeah.
And then Lissa catches Rose like watching her. And then Rose gets upset because every time she compels someone, it makes them both like jittery and like itchy.
Yeah, like
Why? We never know.
yeah, they literally just say you're using like too much of our magic. I'm like, do you have magic first of all?
Apparently.
Like you're just a damn peer. You're a human. How do you have any of this? But
We'll never know.
we'll never know.
And so, uh, right when this is all happening, Christian walks by. And when Lissa tries to talk to him, he brushes her off because of what Rose told him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Natalie comes back and she's like, I stole Mia's computer. And so her and Rose go looking through it and find pictures of Mia and Lissa's brother, Andre. And so they come to the conclusion that Mia didn't understand that Andre was like not into commitments at all.
Yeah, she caught feelings.
Yeah, she caught feelings for a hoe.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like when this oh goodness, how do I say this? I feel like when this Pond to replay is over, I will be in a hoe phase. I feel
Go
like
off.
I feel like I need to go into a hoe phase. I've been locked in my house for so long.
It's time for the hoe phase.
It's time for my hoe phase. So, if anyone wants to like send an application, I'll link my Instagram
Yeah.
in the show
Slide
in the show
slide to the
description.
DMs.
Just slide into my DMs.
Slide into the DMs. You can
Well,
slide into the DMs and get either me or him.
yeah, I'll link hers too.
Ooh.
No judgment from me.
No judgment. This parallel parking has just been too long. It has
Yeah,
gotten to us.
it really has. But yeah, just slide into my DMs. We'll have some fun. I'm a hoe with a heart of gold. You'll
Yes.
love me.
Can vouch.
Okay. And then uh and so they're like, hey, so Mia is just probably taking all of her frustrations out on Lissa because
Mhm.
Andre is dead and there's no
Mhm.
one else she can blame. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird, Mia.
Yeah, she needs some
You
therapy.
need some therapy. And then so while Lissa is becoming more popular, Rose is starting to worry about her. And during training one day, Mason tries to apologize to Rose, but she doesn't let him.
Mm-mm.
But then he's like, okay, but I saw Jesse and Ray in the locker room and they had bandages on their arm. He then shows her that Mia also is covering up her wrists.
Yeah.
And so at one of her trainings with Dimitri, Rose asked about Mrs. Carp again. He's like, I wasn't even here when she left. Like I don't know anything.
Yeah.
And so she's like, okay, cool, bet. And so she sneaks into the headmistress's office and she finds a CD in Mrs. Carp's file where Mrs. Carp is going insane over several days.
Yeah.
And then she gets to like day 6 and she can't watch it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Also, the
so
fact that this disc goes missing and nobody goes and looks for it.
no one goes to look for it.
No.
And then so while she's also doing this, she simultaneously connects to Lissa while she's having a nightmare where a distraught Christian turns himself into a Strigoi and helps others attack the school, killing everyone, including Rose, and turning Lissa into a Strigoi.
It's literally just rejected man goes after woman who rejected him.
Yeah, it's very much nice guy doesn't get the girl he wants, and so he really decides to kill her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so the next day during chapel, Rose tells Christian the truth. And Natalie tells Rose that Lissa is having a party. Yay! It looked like the most boring party I've ever seen in my entire life. At the party, Lissa is going around using her powers recklessly, and it starts taking a toll on both of them, on Rose and Lissa.
Yeah, they do like this weird itching thing.
Yeah. And then so Rose leaves, and Lissa's like, "Where are you going?"
Mm-hmm.
And so they get into this big fight because Rose is like, "You need to calm down."
Yeah.
And Lissa's like, "No, I need to turn up."
Basically.
And then they run into Natalie, and she's like, "Hey, I feel like somebody's following me." And then Rose is like, "It's a Psyhound." Do we know what a Psyhound is?
Psyhound is? No.
No. Do we ever really know what a Psyhound is? No.
No.
And so they run because they hear howling.
Yeah.
And they come across a backpack. And when
her backpack, it's Alyssa's backpack.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when they show like the church scene or whatever, when they're going to like church, she has the backpack on.
Oh, well, Lissa opens it and finds her dead cat.
Poor thing.
Traumatizing. And then so she tries to bring it back to life and passes out. And then when she passes out, Rose has like a flashback of Mrs. Carp telling her that she and Lissa are shadow kissed and bound to each other.
We actually do get an explanation for this one later on.
Finally. Because I was like, the movie's halfway over. Why are you introducing new words?
Yeah.
And so she tells her that the more Lissa uses her powers, the worse it will get. What it is,
we never know. We never know.
And then we learned that Mrs. Carp compelled Rose to run away from the academy. That's why they ran. Why Lissa ran, who knows? Because she only compelled Rose. And then so the next day, Rose tells a council of people, including Victor and the headmistress, that she knows why she and Lissa left now, and that Mrs. Carp like compelled them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Rose then demands to see what happened to Mrs. Carp on day 6 of the tape, and Dimitri like gets the headmistress to like agree to it. Rose then connects with Lissa and sees her compelling the headmistress that Rose is like overreacting.
Yeah. Also, they mentioned that like Alyssa says that Rose told like the headmistress and everybody that she's been cutting herself, and we're all just like, oh well. When I was watching, I was like, she has. Right? Why didn't they mention any of this?
I mean, she had cuts on her arm after she performed the magic. I thought that was just a side effect of the magic.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was actually cutting herself.
Yeah. Also, trigger warning for like cutting.
Oh, yeah. Like, sorry.
I'll
put a trigger warning in the description.
Yes. Sorry. But like, yeah, she's also like, yeah, Rose said I've been cutting, but I haven't. And it's like, when we saw Rose's conversation with the headmistress and everybody, she didn't say that.
Yeah.
She literally just asked about carp. That was it.
And so, yeah, Rose is like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's taken to a room and she's shown the video of Mrs. Carp. And she turns herself into a Strigoi to take away the pain of being an undeclared. Which in that case, why wouldn't you just declare something?
Yeah.
But because it's never explained why she couldn't just declare something.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know if there's like some ceremony or whatever or
Yeah.
what. Because like I feel like literally everyone else is just like, oh yeah, I'm a fire user.
Yeah.
Because literally Alyssa just declares what she is.
Is it like what is the name of that movie?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Is it like that?
I don't know. They never explain any of that.
We're like once you declare something, like you can't go back.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. And then so Rose goes to Christian to get information about how to help Lissa. And they find a like rare gift called Spirit. And after Christian's like, okay, so like we need to tell her.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, cool. And so they leave the library. They hug each other for some reason, even though they don't like each other.
Yeah. Like they have like this little friendship-y kind of moment, but it was just one.
Yeah, just one.
And then they do this awkward hug on the way out.
And Lissa sees this hug.
And by the way, it's broad daylight. Well,
Broad daylight, not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah. Neither of the vampire, or the whatever they are, have
they don't like
sunglasses or umbrellas. They're just straight up in the sun.
Don't call them vampires.
Oh, she has an issue with the V word. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Lissa does not like to be called a vampire, even though that's exactly what she is.
Yeah, and she doesn't like the academy being called Vampire Academy, even though that's what it is.
That's what it is. And then so Lissa sees them hug, and so she confronts Christian because she's like literally going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And she accuses him and Rose of fornicating in the library.
She literally just says fornicating.
Yeah, she's like, you two were fornicating. I would have been like, we were in the library.
Yeah, like
who's fornicating in the library?
Right.
Next to the thesauruses? Like, no, that's not sexy.
It's not. It really isn't.
And then so she just gets mad. And then so Christian like kisses her to calm her down, which does not work. Doesn't work in this movie, and it doesn't work in real life. And so Rose runs after Lissa and tries to tell her of the information she found, but Lissa won't listen. And then, okay, I got very confused at this part of the movie because they kept showing like something seeming to be like watching them from like corners.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if there was another person who did this or if Lissa did this.
I don't know.
But someone caused like a crack in the ground and Rose like steps into it and breaks her leg.
Yeah. I think it was Alyssa, but like they never show her doing like
anything
earth magic at all. So I don't know if it was like some surge of power from somewhere, but like it creates the perfect like shoe hole just for Rose. And the way and the animation that they show of her breaking her leg.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I was just very confused. I was just like, is Lissa doing this or is someone else doing this? Because the way they shot it made it seem like someone was watching them.
Yeah. Because they kept doing it from weird angles that weren't for both of them.
Yeah.
But I think it was like Alyssa's like power going crazy and whatever and causing havoc.
Either way, the cinematographer for this movie should never work again.
No.
Never work again. And then so Rose wakes up in a hospital and is not injured.
Yeah. Miraculously.
Because Lissa like healed her, I guess.
Yeah, I guess she saw what she did and felt bad, and so she healed her.
Yeah. And so the headmistress comes in and is like, you know what you girls should do? You should stay in tonight.
Yeah. We're gonna put you down in a bunker so y'all are
Yeah.
safe.
And then Rose is like, you know what? I agree with you. But then Natalie comes in literally out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Natalie and her father,
Mm-hmm.
Victor, walk in and they're like, no, 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 no. You should go shopping with us. There's a dance tonight.
Right.
Like,
We need a girl's day out.
and so they literally go to the mall
So dumb.
in the middle of the day.
Yeah, in the middle of the day.
Oh, they gave the excuse that it was an overcast day, so that was fine. As if UV rays can't penetrate the
Yeah.
clouds.
Yeah. Also the mall that they were in, it had like the open like ceiling,
Yeah, it was a glass
glass
ceiling.
ceiling. And I'm like, yo, that's still UV rays coming in through there.
And so they go shopping for dresses. And then, what's her name? Rose sees this really beautiful necklace,
It's
but
not.
yeah, it wasn't. And it cost like $12,000.
Yeah. It really shouldn't have cost that much.
What necklace at the mall costs
Yeah.
$12,000?
Yeah. Unless you're going to the actual specialty store
Yeah,
or like a Nordstrom rack, there is
even then.
nothing there that is going to cost you that much money.
Even at Nordstrom Rack, I've never seen anything that expensive.
Or Nordstrom. Nordstrom, actual.
And,
Nordstrom.
and then so they leave, they come back, they get dressed, and Natalie gives Rose a present from her father.
Yeah.
And her father bought the $12,000 necklace that Rose looked at. Like she like
Yeah.
just looked at
Yeah.
it.
Why? How did he even know? Did Natalie tell him?
She had to have told him
Yeah.
because they were the only three in there.
Yeah. Literally the only other people there were like Dimitri.
Yeah, he wasn't even anywhere near them.
Yeah.
And so at the dance, Lissa goes and she dances with Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rose gets stalked by Mason, who makes Ray and Jesse apologize to her. And they tell her that they're the ones who wrote the messages on both the church and on the wall in Lissa's room.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote the messages on the wall in Lissa's room while they were having a three-way on her couch.
Disgusting.
Yeah, Rose was like, I take
I
naps on that couch.
She's like, I literally sleep on the couch, y'all.
Literally, I would have burned that couch.
Yeah, I would have burned it and gotten rid of it immediately.
That's fucking disgusting.
That's gross.
Like, I would have rather they slept in my bed. At least I could clean the sheets of my bed. What am I going to do with my couch? I
Yeah,
need
you
to
literally
throw it
can't.
away.
Yeah, you have to throw it away at that point.
Wow, I would have been so pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so they're like, yeah, we did all of that, but like we didn't hurt the fox or the cat.
Mm-hmm.
And then so Rose then tells Ray to go dance with Natalie because Natalie has a huge crush on Ray. And she gives Mason a kiss on the cheek. I love how she gives him just enough to like stay in love with her. You love manipulation tactic.
Whew. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna just, like refill his little simp cup, just a little. Just
Yeah.
going to top it off.
And Rose has acknowledged to Lissa that she thinks that Mason is very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't think he's hot enough for her.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And I'm like, he's not ugly. And like,
He's not. He's cute.
I was like,
And he's super sweet.
I was like, so he's not as hot as Jesse, but
Yeah.
like, he's not ugly and he's
Yeah,
nice.
he's not. Yeah, right. Like, girl.
I was like, if you won't go with a guy like him, like, what am I doing out here in the world?
Like, he's literally one of your friends. And if you really don't like him, then y'all can just be friends. But do not lead him on like that.
Yeah, you keep
That's
leading
so
him
mean.
on. That's so mean. And then so a distraught Mia then like runs into the dance and she starts yelling at Lissa in front of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Rose steps in and confronts her about Lissa's cat. And Mia's like, I didn't hurt that cat. Why would I hurt a cat?
Yeah. She gets like super emotional over it too.
Yeah, she was like, I'm psychotic, but I'm not like A
But I
cat
won't.
murderer.
Yeah, I'm not a cat murderer though.
She's like, I'm psychotic, but like, I'm not a sociopath. Like, I'm not
Right.
killing animals.
Right.
And then so Rose then realizes that Mia and the other boys like really didn't do it. And so she's like, okay, but like, who did? And then Mia tries to attack Rose. So Rose punches her and gets kicked out of the dance.
Also, that whole like she punched her in the face. That was something.
Yeah. And she was like, you saw her attack me, and they still dragged her out.
Yeah, they literally did. It was literally self defense.
And so, while in the headmistress's office, Rose connects to Alyssa and sees her gets that she gets kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
When she tries to tell the headmistress, she's like, "I don't care," and tries to like tranquilize her.
Yeah, like I don't. I thought she was in on it at that point.
What's going in? What's going on at the school?
I don't know.
Why are
Like
they
I don't.
tranking students?
Right? Why can't you just explain the situation to her? Why don't you just listen to your students?
And so Rose like tranquilizes the headmistress and goes looking for Dimitri. So she gets to Dimitri's room, and they have like an overpowering desire to have sex. And right before anything like really happens,
Also, the whole time I was like, that whole scene was going on, I was literally yelling at my screen. I'm like, he's 40.
yeah,
He's
he's
40.
so old.
He's so old. And then I actually looked up the ages that they're supposed to be in this movie. She is supposed to be 17, and he is
Okay,
supposed to be 24.
you're lying.
No, I'm 100% serious. Dimitri is
I'm
supposed to be
turning
24.
24 and I look like a child.
Yeah, same.
He looked like a grown man that had a 700 credit score, two children, and a house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He looked old as shit.
Yeah, he did. Also, that's illegal. What's going on between them is illegal.
Yeah.
He's going to jail. That's jail time.
Thank goodness he stopped it before anything actually happened.
Really though, really though, really though.
Because like he looks at her necklace and he realizes that it's charmed, so he like rips it off
Mm-hmm.
and
And then
throws
they're
it,
okay.
and then they're okay. And like they don't even talk about it after that. They're like, we need to go get Lissa. I'm like, whoa, like y'all can walk and talk. Like y'all can have this little
Right.
conversation.
All right.
And so they drive off not knowing where they're going. They just start driving. And Rose connects with Lissa and finds her. And she looks over and Christian is somehow inside of the car. He like
Mm-hmm.
snuck inside the car somehow.
Yeah.
And they see that Victor is behind Lissa's kidnapping because he's very sick and he wants Lissa to heal him.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Lissa's like, why didn't you just ask me to heal you?
Right.
He's
Right.
like, well, here's the thing. I'm going to need you to continuously heal me and it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Yeah. Like honestly, he could have really just asked her and never told her and just been like, you know what? I just need regular healings and been
Yeah.
like, every month you need to come by. And then if she died, it'd be like, oh, it must have been from something magical,
Right. Oh, it
not
was an
from me.
accident. Not this whole kidnapping thing that made no
Right.
sense.
Right.
What happens later makes even less sense.
Yeah, it
But like
does.
let's continue going.
Yes.
And so Lissa's like, I won't do it. And then so Victor's like, okay. And so he brings in a man named Kenneth, who is yeah, Kenneth, who is who is blind, so he can't be compelled.
Mm-hmm.
And he like inflicts pain onto Lissa.
By like blowing at her. Or
I thought he was like sucking like the air out of her body.
oh, it looked like he was blowing at her.
I thought he was like an air bender or whatever they're called. It was just
Could
like,
be, I don't know.
well, after like maybe
2.
2 minutes,
Yeah.
2 minutes of being tortured, she's like, fine, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, Lissa, sweetie.
Right. She gets 2 minutes in and she's like crying and she's like, I'll heal you. It's okay. I'll heal you.
And then she heals him.
Mm-hmm.
he supposedly like turns younger or whatever.
Yeah, he does like this whole Mother Gothel thing in Tangled.
All it did was like turn his hair black.
Yeah, like his skin looked younger, his eye bags went away. His
And he was able to
hair.
walk.
Yeah, his hair was one color and he was able to walk. He doesn't even say what disease he has.
I think they say at the beginning of the movie, but I
What did
literally
they?
don't remember. And I'm pretty sure it
Oh,
wasn't
me
even a
neither.
real disease.
Yeah, probably.
And so, yeah, she heals him and then she passes out from the strain.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Dimitri and another guardian make it downstairs and they start fighting off the guards. Which are those guards guardians? Are those Dampiers?
I don't know. I would assume because he's a I don't remember what they're called anymore. Starts with an M.
Dampier.
And
Moroi.
Moroi.
There we go.
Because he's a Moroi, right?
But like, aren't Dampiers supposed to like protect Moroi, or is it like once you get assigned to a specific Moroi, like you only have to protect that Moroi?
I don't know because I feel like the only exception to that would be Rose because of the bond.
Yeah.
But I guess you, if as a Dampier, I guess you just protect any and all Moroi. I have no idea.
Well, then where the fuck did they get these guards from?
Don't know.
And so Rose is yet again told to stay in the car while Dimitri and this other guardian go fight the guards. But Rose and Christian sneak out. They're like, we're going to go find Lissa. And so in her room, Lissa awakens and she compels her guard to throw himself out the window. And then she escapes outside and is cornered by Psyhounds. So we finally get to see what these Psyhounds look like. They just look like slightly big dogs.
Yeah, they look like beefy pit bulls with glowing blue eyes.
Are those supposed to be werewolves? Who knows?
Who knows? Because when they mentioned it earlier, I was just like, it's Jacob. Ow. But I guess it's a different breed. Maybe they're just dogs, not wolves.
I'm guessing they're just dogs. Because otherwise they would have just called them werewolves, right?
Sure.
And then so Christian and Rose find Lissa because she's like right in front of a she's like being led by the Psyhounds to a helicopter.
Yeah.
And so the Psyhounds aren't going to attack Rose because they're not because they're told not to.
Yeah, they're like, as what's his name says, they're like specifically trained only to obey his commands.
And then Victor makes it outside and he shoots Christian.
I love that there's always that one character in like these like magical worlds that's like, you know what? I know y'all can control like elements and shit, but like I've got a gun.
I'm gonna use a gun.
Because like it's just so OP. Like it's not what you're expecting. You might expect like hand-to-hand combat or like somebody else to be like using elemental magic against you, but no, this man's like, you know what? I got a gun.
Yeah.
I got a gun.
He's like, there's one thing America did right. It's this.
It's this.
And then so Victor gets captured by Dimitri. And then so he tells the Psyhounds to attack Rose and Lissa. And then Christian, who is still on the floor because he was shot, uses his fire powers to burn the hounds. And then they run off. And then Lissa heals Christian.
Yep. Happy ever after.
Back at the academy, the headmistress congratulates them and gives Rose a telegram from her mother that literally just says proud.
It's like proud, period. Mom.
Period.
That's on period, girl. Proud.
That's on period.
Yeah. Also, like her mom is some super like Dampier protector.
Yeah, she's very high regarded.
Oh yeah. So like she has a lot to live up to, and that's all we know about her mom.
Yeah, we don't even know her name.
Yeah, we don't. It's just mom.
And then Rose then wants to speak to Dimitri about what happened. He's like, no, we're not talking about that.
Mhm.
He's like,
It's illegal.
he's like, I am way older than you are,
Yeah.
and it never should have happened.
Yeah. Yeah. But she's all like, I know you love me and I love you. And I'm like, girl, no, 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 no.
When anyone under the age of 18 says I love you to someone, I feel very cringe. I'm like,
Yeah.
do
you? But yeah. And like, this man is 24 and he knows better. And he's like, this can't happen. What
right.
I already did with you earlier was very sus.
Yeah.
Extremely.
And then Victor requests to speak with Rose about her being shadow kissed. And so Rose, curious, like the rest of us, goes down to talk to him. When she gets to his cell, he tells her that the charm he used only intensified her and Dimitri's feelings for each other, and that Dimitri actually does like her.
Yeah.
He then tells her that the accident that she and Alyssa were in is what awakened Alyssa's spirit powers and their bond.
Mm-hmm.
And then she is shadow kissed because she died, but Rose healed her.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's pretty much what shadow kiss means.
Yeah. So wouldn't that mean that Christian is also now shadow kissed?
No, I think you have to have died and then be brought back to life to be shadow kiss. Because she also says that crow at the end of the movie is her like shadow kiss like companion.
Yeah. Okay.
And then while all of this is happening in the background, you just see all the guards one by one disappearing in the background.
Yep.
And then once he finishes like talking, we find out that it's Natalie.
No way.
And she's now Strigoi.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to break Victor out of jail.
Because she'll do anything for her daddy.
Anything for her. Natalie reveals that she was behind the dead fox and Alyssa's cat. She also reveals that she killed Ray to turn herself Strigoi.
Mm-hmm.
And then Natalie and Rose get into a fight while Victor like tries to escape. When Victor gets to the elevator, Dimitri knocks him out. And then together, he and what's her name? Rose. Wow, I'm getting tired. He and Rose kill Natalie.
Yes.
And then we have another assembly.
Yes.
Run by the queen.
Still a bitch.
Still a bitch. And then Alyssa like steps out. She's like, thank you for the introduction. I'll take it over from here.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm declaring my magic, and my magic is spirit. And she gives like this very long speech about blood and unity and strength and stuff like that.
Yeah, something you would expect a leader to say.
Yeah. And then Rose goes to find Dimitri, and he finally admits that he has feelings for her, but he has to ignore them for several reasons: his age, his position, and the fact that he wants to protect her over anyone else, and that can't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so then Rose then asks him for a kiss. And when they get in close, Rose finally gets to sneak attack him and flip him over. Mm-hmm. She has been doing this the entire movie, trying to sneak attack him, but she screams every time
she's really trying does.
Which like, gives her away.
Yeah, like homegirl wants to try and do a sneak attack. Like, don't yell when you're doing a sneak attack.
And he literally told her the first time.
Yeah, he's like, don't yell.
He was like, stop yelling.
Yeah.
And she just
and every single time she yelled.
And then she also does the sneak attack with one arm.
Yeah, because she like injured her other arm and it's in a sling. And she this 24-year-old man over her shoulder.
Yeah, who knows how she did that? But she did it.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he like gets back up, she gives him a kiss on the cheek and then like walks away.
Yeah.
The camera then like pans to a cave, and we see Mrs. Cart with like hundreds of Strigoi.
Mm-hmm.
How there are so many Strigoi but so little Moroi, who knows?
Who knows?
And she says soon. Because someone foolishly thought this movie was going to get a sequel.
Ooh, they really set that one up, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there is no second movie.
There's no second
There is
movie.
no second movie.
Thank God.
Thank God.
But yeah. Are you ready for the movie facts?
Yes, hit me with the movie facts.
First movie fact, this movie has a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is the lowest rated movie we've watched with good.
It's less than Cool World, and Cool World was...
Cool World was worse.
Yes, it was.
I will say Cool World was worse.
Wait, is it also less than the Leprechaun movie?
Oh, let's find out.
Yeah. Because I don't remember that one being particularly high either.
I feel like it was like low to high 20, low to like mid 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 21%. This is the lowest movie we've
that
ever
is the lowest
watched.
movie. Dang, dude, even Leprechaun beat them out.
I mean,
it was a bad movie.
Leprechaun had its moments.
Yeah, it did. Well, the best moments were basically when the Leprechaun used any other mode of transportation than his feet.
Oh my gosh. Hilarious. If you have not.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we said it wasn't iconic, but like, please watch.
Yeah. It's
Leprechaun.
Ginger Dead Man and the Leprechaun movie are that
no,
iconic.
I'm pretty sure we said that that Ginger Dead Man was iconic. I'm pretty sure we did. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like do not go in expecting any quality at all, and you will have the time of your life.
Yeah, you really do. But like I feel like the Leprechaun movie just like the ridiculousness of it all. It's just so funny.
Yes.
Even though it's so bad.
Okay, second one. Mm-hmm. So in the movie, the cat did not like Rose.
Really?
I mean, it was obvious. Like it kept like jumping every time.
Yeah.
But in the book, it's explained that the cat disliked Rose because all animals dislike Dampiers.
Dang, even the animals are classist.
How sucky of an existence. You can't have a pet because all animals will hate you.
Damn.
That sucks.
You know what? I'm never going to read these books. And if any of you who are listening have read the Vampire Academy books, like, is there a part anywhere in the series where the Dampier are just like, you know what, we're gonna riot because like this position sucks?
Yeah.
Like, does that happen?
Who knows? Let's see. After Rose sedates the headmistress before saving Lissa, the headmistress says, "I could have been a model. A man in Milan gave me his card when I was 16." And that was just like a nod to the audience because the actress was a model.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. And then also at the beginning of the movie, when they're like living in Oregon, in the book, they were living with a human.
Oh.
And the like motorcycle they used, or the car they were going to use to get away, that was theirs. That was his car.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. There weren't really that many. Everything was just connected to the book for trivia.
For sure. Yeah.
Here's the dreaded question. This is the question that will determine whether or not we continue this podcast. Is this movie iconic?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No. What? Why would you think I would say yes?
I thought you were gonna pull.
It's not even a bad iconic.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna pull a bad iconic.
No. Because everything that's wrong with this movie, it's just either never explained, or they expect you to know it from the books, or it's just bad writing, and I'm just like,
yeah,
what is this? Also, the whole like the moment I found out like Dimitri was actually 40, 24, and she was a minor, I'm just like, no, this ain't it.
How could you not tell? He looked like
20
years older than everyone
I know,
else.
But like the moment they actually leaned into the romance for both of them, I was like, no.
Yeah, bad.
Also, the actors, like during the time of filming, Dimitri was 29 and Rose was 20. And I'm just like,
29.
Yeah, he's 29.
Oh, to be black is a blessing. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
We have to go through hell, but at least we look good
Yeah, at
for a
least you look
long
good. You
time.
look good doing it.
Yeah, this movie is terrible.
Yeah.
The only good thing in this movie was Zoe Deutsch,
Mm-hmm.
sure. And that
Yeah.
was only sporadically.
Yeah.
Like she would have like a good line every
Mm-hmm.
once
Yeah.
in a
She's
blue
cute.
moon. Yeah, she's very cute.
She's cute.
Oh, speaking of cute, if anyone's seen the today is Monday,
Yes.
so the post should still be up. I put a post of Megan Fox
Oh, yes.
because I'm in love with Megan Fox.
Yes.
I have been in love with Megan Fox since the first Transformers movie.
Yes.
I don't care that she has like 2 children. I still want to marry Megan Fox.
I feel that.
She has a hold on me. I'm afraid that I will never find someone that I love as much as Megan Fox. Oh my gosh, I love Megan Fox with all my heart.
So y'all know we're doing Jessica's body.
Who's Jessica? I know of Jennifer.
I
Who?
love saying it wrong, so because I said it wrong that one time and I'll never get it again. So I just like saying random J names and you being like, excuse me.
No,
Jessica's
no,
body, you know.
no.
Or Jamie's body, that's the movie.
Jamie's body? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do Jennifer's body.
Oh,
Also,
it'll just be an hour and 30 minutes of me talking about how hot Megan Fox is.
also we'll have to do like the second Transformer. I feel like the second Transformer is better.
Okay. Valid.
Valid.
There's less Megan Fox in it, but
Oh
I'll
shit.
accept it.
Oh
I'll
shit.
accept it.
We're just gonna have a
Oh no, we have to because that's the movie where they show her butt in the motorcycle. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
That was a sexual awakening for me. That and in the first movie when she's fixing the car and they
Oh
like
yeah.
show like her boobs and her stomach. A plus.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. I saw a what's it called on on TikTok. Someone was doing a fuck Mary kill.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I texted Kelley about this.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a fuck Mary kill between Megan Fox, Margot Robbie, and Scarlett Johansson. Someone had the audacity to say, kill Megan Fox, fuck Margot Robbie, and marry Scarlett Johansson. What?
Mm-mm.
Is this person on crack? These new kids don't know anything. What? Scarlett Johansson. That's the obvious kill.
Bro.
The woman who likes to cosplay as everything but a white woman is the obvious kill. Oh no. See, Megan Fox needs to put a movie out and show these kids what they are missing.
What kind of movie would you love to see her in?
Another comedy movie.
Another
Oh my
comedy movie.
gosh. Jennifer's Body was her peak. That was I need another comedy movie.
All right.
Let's make it happen. I will pay for it.
Megan Fox, if you're listening.
I love you.
First off,
I
we love you.
I love you. I've never said that to someone who's not in my family. I love you, Megan Fox.
Second, we'd love another movie. Just one more.
Yeah,
Just
more.
one.
One more.
We're not asking for a lot. Just one.
One more.
That's it.
Preferably one. Oh, let me not get started. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a different podcast.
That's a different podcast that's only happening in my mind.
Yes.
But yeah, this is a terrible movie. Back to that.
Yes.
Terrible pacing.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible CGI.
Yeah. I don't know why the budget was 30 million. Like
bad
all of it
acting,
sucked.
bad plot.
Mm-hmm.
The script is like 4 different movie scripts like melded into one.
Mm-hmm. There's so much going on and you don't know a half of it.
No, not at all. But yeah, they yeah, don't watch this movie.
Yeah, don't. It's not worth it. Even for the giggles, because it's a bad movie. It's
There's
don't.
only like 3 times where you'll giggle, so it's not
Yeah.
worth it. So Kelley,
Yes.
please tell me what your recommendations are.
So I have one recommendation this week, and it is the artist Beach Bunny. I like their cute little songs.
I have no idea who that is. I'm just gonna smile, nod my
Smile
head.
and nod. Thank you.
I have 2 recommendations.
Okay.
My first one, I'll say it's the Winx saga. It's a good show. Just throw the Winx out of it. Just pretend like it's an
It's something
original.
new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
If you're a
something new.
diehard like Winx fan, like tell us what's wrong with it or if you really hate it. But like just think of it as its own new thing.
Yeah, it's very good. I would like for the black girl, what's her name, Aisha, to like have something to do other than chase behind Bloom. Like, let's come on.
Yeah.
I mean, round of applause to Netflix for finally putting a dark-skinned black girl in a show.
Yeah.
Because they used to play the paper bag test a lot at Netflix. But yeah. But
it's pale, like, if it's darker than cream, diversity was hit.
Yeah, but we need to give her something to do. Yes. She literally has nothing to do but to follow around Bloom
and worry about her.
That's
literally it.
Worrying about this random white girl that she just met a couple of days ago. But yeah, okay. And so my second one is a bop. It's a very like mellow song, but it's a very good song. It's Broken Hearted by Brandy and Wanya Morris. You have to listen to the version with Wanya Morris, not the solo Brandy version.
No.
The solo Brandy version doesn't hit as hard.
Plus, it does not.
Plus, she recorded it when she was like 12. And so, like, yeah.
Yeah. That'll just speak for itself.
So listen to the version with Wanya Morris. It's amazing. One day I listened to it 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I thought I was dying. I was literally laying in bed and I was just levitating. I thought I was going straight to heaven.
Yeah.
Great song.
It sets the atmosphere. It's got the vibe. It's what you need right now.
Great song, great vocals. It reminds me so much of my favorite Ariana Grande song, Safety Net. Best song on the album. Don't even try me. But yeah, please listen to Broken Hearted by Brandy and Wanya Morris.
Yes.
Do I approve of the relationship they had? Absolutely not. It's another Rose and Dimitri situation. But you know what? That's none of my business. That's a conversation that needs to be had with God, Brandy, Wanya, and Brandy's parents. But you know what? That's not a conversation for me to have.
We are not any of those people.
Nope.
It's not any of our business.
No.
Stay in your lane.
I'm going to stay right in my lane.
That is your lesson from...
Unlike the drunk driver at the beginning of this movie, I will stay in my lane.
Wow, full circle, yo. Full circle. Dang.
Don't drink and drive.
Don't. Yeah. All joking aside, do not.
Do not.
Have a dedicated driver or get an Uber.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Please don't. If you're still listening.
Yes, if you're still listening. I feel like we say this every episode. If you're still listening, thank you.
I know you're not, but...
Yeah, at this point, you've probably toned out or you've just stopped listening entirely.
You probably zoned out after I was talking about Megan Fox for the first 3 minutes.
Yeah. You heard Megan Fox and you're like, oh, time to tune out.
You were probably like, she's too old, Jordan. And which I reply, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But you
She
know
still
what?
looks amazing.
She looks better.
She's aging like a fine wine.
Go watch the Bloody Valentine music video. Do I like the song? Absolutely not. But I will put it on mute and I will just stare at Megan Fox.
I will put on another song and watch the music video.
Yes. Great. Yeah, but don't forget to follow us on our social media.
Yeah.
We have a Twitter and Instagram run by Kelley. Yay.
I'm still learning Twitter.
She's getting there.
I'm getting there.
They're both at SYTYI podcast. Don't forget to send us your movie requests, your movie stories, your questions.
Yep. Answer our questions.
Please.
Please. There's so many. I feel like there's one every episode.
Do I have a question about this movie? Other than
if
why
you,
was
if
it
you,
made?
If you read the books, did you watch the movie and did you like it? Or is it like a Percy Jackson thing?
Right. Please tell me it's like a Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
Or like the books are like way better.
Yeah, please. Also, is the 17 and 24-year-old, do they get together in the books?
Please tell me they don't. Because I'm not here for that.
No, we do not.
Please tell me they're not going to do that thing where in one of the books she's going to turn 18 and then all of a sudden it's okay now.
No.
I hate that.
If she ain't 21.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Cut it.
I would never date an 18-year-old.
No. The mind gap.
Yeah.
Is severe.
Severe.
I look at the 18-year-olds around me and I'm just like, get away from me. Please.
Yeah, my sister's about to go to high school and which freaks me out. And
that is scary. Oh my gosh.
And the thought that my sister is going to school will be going to school with some 18-year-olds and they will be having conversations with each other. I'm like, see, I can't relate to them. I can't.
Nope.
Yeah.
Different breed. Also, if any 18-year-old looks at your sister, I am fighting on site.
Oh, I'm
Disgusting.
right there with you. Like I'm ready to murder.
Yeah.
I have said on several occasions I will go to jail if someone goes after my sister.
Yeah.
I will be happily sitting in a jail cell.
I'll go with you.
The biggest smile on my face.
Yeah. No. Disgusting.
I will gladly walk into the courtroom like, yes, I did.
Yeah. Before you say anything, Your Honor, I'm guilty.
100%. And I'm not sorry about it.
Yeah. So take me to jail.
Take me to jail right now.
Right now.
Before I start going after their family members, because obviously they weren't raised right. So, But yeah. Speaking of family, share us with your friends and your family.
Yeah.
Subscribe to us on Apple and Spotify podcasts. It really helps us out.
It helps our egos too.
Yeah, and give us a rating review because on Apple Podcasts that also helps us out.
Yeah.
Also, we're still in the middle of this amorous relationship, so wear your mask.
Yes, don't forget to wash that and your hands.
Yes, please.
Please.
Because apparently now we have to start wearing 2 masks because people didn't want to wear 1. So
here we go, y'all.
Here we go by NSYNC. Oh, and also, can you stay iconic for me?
Yes, please do.
Stay iconic. Bye.
Bye.